ako ng sunod. Sa lahat ng lalaking nakilala ko, ikaw lang kaya may pagtakbo. Salamat sa pagiging totoo.
Malungkot nga talaga ang manood ng patulog ng araw. Ngunit hindi natin alam na tadhana ng nagtatala. Paalam, Consuelo. Magiging sorpresa pa kayang ating panikita.
Pwede ron, pabor?
Yes!
Pwede bang umarap?
No es permitido! Preparados! Apuntan!
Konsumadong. Yes.
Go!
Magandang araw, mabuhay! Welcome to our vlog entitled Dr. Jose Rizal as a Lover.
We all know Dr. Jose Rizal as a national hero of the Philippines. Brilliant writer, a revolutionary thinker, and a martyr. But what if I told you there's another side of Rizal? A tender, passionate, and heartbroken soul. Today, we're diving deep into the love life of our national hero and the 9 women who touched his heart.
Now we are moving on to his first love, none other than Segunda Katigbak.
In his early teens, Rizal visited his grandmother's house in Lipa, Batangas, where he met Segunda Katigbak, a delicate beauty with expressive eyes. He was 16 and she was just 14. It was love at first sight for him. She was graceful and kind, and their brief interactions stirred young Rizal's heart. But there was a catch. She was already engaged to a family friend. Rizal, full of adolescent hope, could only admire her from afar. He never confessed his feelings. She became his poetic muse.
The gentle pain of love that never blossomed.
Now, we're moving on to his second love of life, Leonor Valenzuela.
There he met Leonor Valenzuela, also known as Orang. She was tall, fair-skinned, and graceful. Rizal courted her with creativity. He sent a letter written in invisible ink, which revealed their words only when heated. Their flirtation was light and innocent. However, as Rizal's attention drifted elsewhere, the romance quietly faded, and Orang eventually married another.
He used science to flirt. Smooth, right? But it didn't last long.
The great and tragic love of Jose Rizal, Leonor Rivera.
Leonor Rivera
was Rizal's true love and the woman who inspired Maria Clara. The heroine in No Limit Tangere. They met when she was 13 and he was 18. Their connection deepened over time, and they shared a secret engagement despite the distance. Rizal traveling for studies abroad, they wrote letters to each other for 11 years. But love met resistance. Leonor's mother disapproved of Rizal's reformist ideas and radical writings. She intercepted their corresponding, leading Leonor to believe Rizal had forgotten her eventually. Under pressure, Leonor married Henry Kipping, an English engineer. When Rizal learned of her marriage, he was devastated. He kept her last letter unopened until execution. Leonor died young, shortly after her marriage.
Some say from a broken heart.
The love that he let go, Consuelo Ortega y Rey. While in Madrid, Rizal became a frequent guest at the home of Don Pablo Ortega y Rey, a former mayor of Manila. There he met Consuelo, the charming and intellectual daughter of the host. She admired Rizal's talent and bravery, and the two developed a warm friendship that flirted with romance. Rizal even wrote her a poem titled La Señorita, but Rizal chose to walk away. His friend Eduardo Delete also loved Consuelo, and Rizal, out of loyalty, did not pursue her. It was a love that could have been left behind for honor's sake.
The almost wife, Usisan.
In 1888, Rizal traveled to Japan and stayed in the Spanish legation in Tokyo. There he met Usisan, a refined Japanese woman, daughter of the samurai. They connected over art, culture, and philosophy. Usisan spoke English, shared his love of the literature, and gave him a place in our foreign land. Rizal found in her a companion, even writing about how perfect life could be with her by his side.
He seriously considered marrying her and settling in Japan, but his mission called. He had duty on his country. Rizal left Japan with heavy heart, never forgetting Usisan, who remained loyal to his memory until her death.
The Quiet Goodbye, Gertrude Beckett. In London, Rizal stayed with the Beckett family. While doing historical research, their daughter, Gertrude or Betty, was sweet, supportive, and openly affectionate. She helped him with his artwork and fell in love with him. Rizal thought later knew he could reciprocate fully. A gentle silent goodbye to a woman who loved him sincerely.
The conditional proposal. Neely boasted.
Rizal met Neely in France while staying with the Bosted family. She was Filipina with French and Spanish blood. Well educated and athletic, they enjoyed fencing and lively discussions. Neely and Rizal became close and he proposed marriage.
But Neely was a Protestant and demanded Rizal convert before they wed. Rizal, a Catholic with firm beliefs, refused. Their relationship ended in a dramatic fallout, including a near duel
between Rizal and Antonio Luna, who also fancied her.
The love in letters, Susan Jacobi.
While in Brussels, Rizal stayed with the Jacobi sisters who ran a boarding house. Suzanne, the younger, fell in love with him. She wrote him heartfelt letters after he left, expressing her longing and sadness. Rizal responded kindly but never promised anything for him. It was a fleeting comfort in exile, for her a heartbreak. She cherished his memory,
and her letter survived as tender fragments of love unreturned.
The final love, Josephine Bracken. In Dapitan, Rizal last exile, he met Josephine Bracken, an Irish Filipina who had traveled with her stepfather, who sought Rizal medical help. They fell in love quickly. Rizal tried to marry her, but the church refused unless he retracted his writing. Underrated. They lived together. Rizal considered her his wife in the spirit. Some accounts say she bore Rizal a son who died shortly after birth. She stayed with him until he was transferred to Manila for her execution. Just before his death, she visited him in prison. Their parting was tearful, quiet, and final. They lived as husband and wife. Some say she bore him a child who died. She was with him until his final day.
Rizal was a genius, a fighter, and a patriot, but he was also a lover. His heart, like his country, was full of dreams, longing, and sacrifice. To my fellow students, let's see in Rizal who lead by an example, not in terms of loving men and women, but in terms of having that nationalist and patriotic heart. As he says, ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan.
Thank you for watching. Salamat, ingat po.